Hello and welcome to Daily Dose Radio, a 5-minute-a-day podcast studying the Psalms verse by verse, recorded here in the dining room of the Bible Bistro, located in Sharonville, Ohio. Hey there friends, welcome back to Daily Dose Radio here in the Bible Bistro. This is your home for 5-minute-a-day Bible study. We study 5 minutes a day, 5 days a week, studying the Psalms verse by verse. That's what we do here at Daily Dose Radio, here in the Bible Bistro, of course. Come on in here and sit down with me. Get yourself something hot or cold to drink. Open your Bible up. Today we're looking at Psalm 100, and we're going to look at verse 4. So we've been doing this psalm one verse at a time. And just by the way, isn't it? It's wonderful. Now we're in the triple digits. We're in Psalm 100. We've got 50 psalms left. But now don't let your imagination drift off to think we're almost done, because we're not. We have a lot left. Psalm 119 stands yet before us. The Ascent Psalms stand yet before us. The Hallel Psalms stand yet before us. So we have a lot to do, and it's going to take us a little bit longer, a couple more years probably, to finish everything up. So in this go through, then we'll start round 4. We'll start the 4th version of Daily Dose Radio. But here we are today in Psalm 100, verse 4. Now here we'll see the beginnings of, or we'll see how the chiasm actually works. So let's read verse 4 and then I'll make my comment. Enter into his gates with thanksgiving and into his courts with praise. Be thankful unto him and bless his name. Now I said there are 7 imperative verbs upon which the structure of this psalm hangs. We've seen the first half leading up to the pinnacle, which is know this, the Lord, he is God. So make a joyful noise, serve the Lord, come before his presence, and then know this, or know. So those have been the imperatives up to the point of the center of the psalm. Now we coming down the other side of the mountain, and notice that we have the same verb that parallels what we had in verse 2. In verse 2, we had 2 of them. Serve and come. Here in verse 4, 3 of the remainder here in verse 4. So the first one is translated in the King James, enter into his gates, but it's the exact same verb that we had there in verse 2, come. So it enters a fine translation. You could translate it either way. I just wish the King James translators had settled on one, so that we could actually get a little bit more of the feel of this in the English language. But we have enter or come into his gates with thanksgiving, and parallel that with what we had there in verse 2. Serve the Lord with gladness, come before his presence with singing. Here we have enter into his gates with thanksgiving, into his courts with praise, be thankful. So thankfulness is the next of those imperative verbs, those command words, be thankful unto him and bless his name. So you see how it parallels verse 2. We're thankful, we're glad, we're praising, we're singing, we're thankful unto him, and we're blessing his name. So all of that surrounds the idea that the Lord, he is God. It is he alone that has made us and not we ourselves. So what are we to do? We're to sing, we're to be glad, we're to come before him with thanksgiving, enter his courts with praise, and be thankful unto him and bless his name. Why? Because he's God. The Lord, he is God. It is he that has made us and not we ourselves. Know this. And so all the other instruction surrounding that is pointing back to him. This is why we do this. It's because of who he is. And then we have, we're going to get to verse 5 tomorrow. I'll save that. Almost went on to verse 5. Verse 5 is good. And so we'll see some parallel between verse 5 tomorrow and verse 3, because they work together in a similar way. All right. Join me tomorrow as we look at verse 5 here on Daily Dose Radio. Thanks for listening to Daily Dose Radio. For more fresh and delicious Bible studies, podcasts, books, and more, check out the Bible Bistro online and on YouTube. Join me again next time for Daily Dose Radio.